In America's inner cities, teenage boys must daily walk a gauntlet of violence, crime, and drugs.
Let me see that shit. Let me see that little bitch. Damn, you let that nigga pass through like that?
Here in Chelsea, Massachusetts, dropout rates and violent crime are almost 3 times higher than the state average.
Niggas is crazy out here.
Poverty puts an added stress on families here. Many of these kids have a parent caught up in addiction, or in jail, or no parents at all. Without strong parental protection, teenagers can become vulnerable to the power of street gangs.
Bloods, Crips,
Latin King, MS, 18.
TRG, Outlaw.
Last time they were shooting and a little kid got dead.
My name's Sergeant James Atkins. I'm a supervisor of the Chelsea Police Gang Unit. There's a lot of robberies and assaults that we deal with on a daily basis, and the most recently being a 14-year-old kid who got shot while he was standing at the bus stop.
Oh, man. I'll take you both.
In Chelsea, about 7 gangs rule the streets, terrorizing teenage boys in particular.
Who that?
Their lives become filled with fear and anxiety. But they keep it a shameful secret because they want to appear strong.
This gang issue, to me, is one of the real tragedies in America.
I met with Jeffrey Canada, one of America's leading activists on children and violence. His shattering autobiography, Fist, Stick, Knife, Gun, recounts his own terrified childhood, spent running from the gangs of the South Bronx.
This is the deal. Teenagers, 15 and 16 and 17, have figured out that you can, by hurting a small number of kids, control a huge number of kids. And fear will make kids join and then hurt other kids, that then perpetuates this same sort of recruiting strategy. Boys are so terrified that they are willing to almost do anything to avoid being beaten and humiliated. And that is happening in America all the time. And part of the reason it's so powerful is boys don't come in and talk to us about that level of fear and humiliation. There is no adult that they know to go to.
Stand him, go get him.
Our boys need our help. They need protection from a dangerous, violent street culture. They need nurturing from caring, responsible adults. In Chelsea, one place they can come is the Boys and Girls Club.
We always worry about kids who are on the fence and think about ways as a staff to try to connect with them and talk about how they're doing. And there's a certain staff.
Sam Healy is the chief social worker here. A big part of his job is teaching these boys how to talk about their feelings instead of lashing out.
Now, boys don't traditionally sit down and crack open for adults. Not boys of this age.
No, you gotta use sports, you know. You gotta use a game of chess. You gotta take them to a basketball game. You know, you can get the highs and lows within a basketball game and help kids work on managing the highs and lows.
Healy knows that his best opportunities for teaching come with younger boys.
So you're getting your little therapeutic moments here and there and in a basketball game.
Yeah. You know, you get to use that moment to teach the skills to manage their frustration, how to deal with the frustration.
He hit me by accident. I know by accident.
Well, I gotta tell you, you know what, Spring? A couple months ago, you would have gone after him, right? You didn't go after him, right? Good job.
It's a hell of a job, Sam.
But look at this. I mean, I get to play with kids all day. I get to play basketball. I get to play chess. I get to work with joyous kids. You know, to me, it's not even a job. It's I love my work. You know, I love my work.
Yeah, it shows.
All boys try to behave like men. To shape themselves into adults, they need raw material in the form of strong adult male role models. But in places like Chelsea, that's tough. More than a third of the households here are fatherless. When boys don't get the right material to work with, they'll grab whatever they can find. I asked a group of boys at the club who their main male role model was.
I want to go around. Who's the most important man in your life? Austin? You don't have a dad around who's... No. So he's not a factor in your life. Who's the man in your life who models respect for you?
My coach.
Your coach?
Yeah, my lacrosse coach.
Tell me about him.
He's like, he always like tells me things to do like the right way instead of the wrong way. And he's good influence.
How long has he been in your life?
6, 7 years.
Wow. Is there a man in your life who teaches you respect? Lewis.
My mom.
Wait, man.
Your mom's the center of your life.
Yeah.
And you don't have a man in your life who's taught you.
I don't know my dad, and I haven't known him for that long.
How has that hurt your life?
Because my mom always has to take care of us, and my dad is never around. Only when he needs something.
Does it mean your mom's the more responsible parent?
Yeah.
She has to earn the money to support you? Would you tease another boy about if he'd actually lost a parent?
No, that's wrong.
Yeah. That's wrong?
Yeah.
But boys tease each other, they insult each other's mothers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. People, your mom was so fresh, she had to iron her pants in the driveway.
Yeah. People, your mom's so fat, she puts lipstick on with a paint roller.
Yeah, see?
Now, why do boys do that? Why do boys go after each other's mothers?
And we all know everybody has a mom, and we don't know if everybody has a dad, so it's easier.
We don't know if everybody has a mom, actually, idiot.
Look around. Does everybody here have a mom?
No.
I do.
I do.
And looking around, do you know how many guys here have a dad?
I have a dad.
I ain't got one.
What do you make of it that men don't stay with their family so much?
Mom kicks them out the houses.
The moms kick the dads out.
Yeah.
And Carrington, what do they kick them out for?
Getting drunk and doing stupid stuff outside.
Anthony, do you yearn to have a dad?
Sometimes I think about it, before, like, when I was younger, I would think about it then, like, I would see, like, my friends, they're going to, like, pizza shop or something like that, That used to, like, bother me a lot, but I ain't grown over it.
You got over it finally? You just kind of talked yourself out of it?
Yeah.
Hugo, who's the most important man in your life?
Me.
You're how old?
16. Watch out.
No, but
You only find this in the projects.
you know camiseta, right?
Project Productions.
We asked Hugo if he'd be willing to take one of our video cameras and film a bit of his life story for us.
This nigga's crazy, about to jump off.
Here's a night out on the streets. Hugo's behind the camera, interviewing his friends.
I got it.
What do you gotta say to the fans back home?
Nigga, y'all. You crazy bastard.
I'm in the class by myself. You niggas trash. We did it in the past, but now you niggas ass.
Holla, nigga. It's that motherfucking non-trizzy bang.
Really, do Willie P. Go. Where you gonna swim then?
Their swaggering and swearing is designed to shock and intimidate, but it's really just 16-year-old boys doing their thing, getting together to beat their chests.
I do every fucking drug in a fucking book. If you don't like it, nigga, hop the off my motherfucking bitch.
Ooh, holla, nigga.
There's a name for this fierce pose, the mask of masculinity.
B-boy right here, catching Vicks, nigga, doing bad shit at the age of 14. You know what I'm saying?
The important thing to remember is that it's only a mask.
So much of what they learn to do is posture, right? You identify with the aggressor. So you try and figure out, how do the toughest kids look? Let me look like that. How do the toughest kids act? Let me act like that.
Do you think America's scared of its boys?
I think America's terrified of these boys. They got all the posturing and they got all the stuff and they're sitting there look. And you know what? These are just scared boys trying to tell the world, don't mess with me.
This mask of masculinity is a distorted grab at manhood. To be like the father that all boys hunger for. What's behind the mask? Almost always, it's sadness. For Hugo, home life is very different from his life on the street.
This is my home. Been here 16 years. Home is where the heart is.
Hugo never knew his father. His mother, a gang member, abandoned him as an infant.
Birth mother left me when I was like 2 days old. I feel sorry for her. Because, you know, she missed out on me growing up with her. Because she missed all the good times and all the bad times. She can't get that back. You know? There's nothing she can do to repay me back for all the years she missed.
She didn't want him. She told me to take care of him.
Hugo is being raised by his grandmother, whom he calls Mom. And they both care for Hugo's young nieces, abandoned by his stepsister. As the older male in their life, Hugo is the only father they know.
She do that for me. My niece do that for me. Thank you.
But he's never had a father to learn from.
Go to bed.
I don't want this candy.
Go to bed. Go to bed, Maria.
I don't want this candy song.
Oh well.
Let's go get Maddie.
Oh well.
He isn't able to appreciate a small child's fear of fire.
Girls, pain in the ass.
But he's doing the best he can.
Yo, this kid's about to fight. Let me see the other contender. Let me see the other contender.
Hugo tells me that boys in his neighborhood organize fights all the time.
We already got a fight in here.
Tonight, he's taping one such fight in a playground near his building.
Yeah, DJ.
It's a match between two 9-year-olds, orchestrated by older boys. The big boys coach the contenders, first holding them back, goading them, and riling them up.
I'm not gonna let you go, damn! My beast!
Go in the middle. Go to it, right there. Go, round number 3.
Finally, they're set upon each other.
Just swing, hurry up.
Oh! Oh, it's nothing, don't stop! Listen, got him again, it's nothing!
1, 2, 3.
Watch him, let him watch him! Oh! He's giving his ass! He made him cry!
I'll bet that almost every man can remember a frightening scene like this from his childhood. Only this fight is especially urgent and violent.
One punch out! Oh! Knocked out! Knocked out!
Knocked him out!
I got it!
Jeffrey Canada remembers it vividly as survival training.
You were humiliated and ridiculed. They would hit you as hard as they could with the express purpose of making you cry, to expose the hidden weakness, which we all were at that point desperate to try and hide from them.
Who do you think won the fight? What were the scorecards? What were the scorecards?
And I would sit there and think, there's something wrong with this picture. I mean, this hurts. But later I understood it was their job to prepare us for what we were going to face when we left our block. Because when you left your block, the kids had no mercy on you.
Oh, God. I'm just waking up. Mom's yelling at me. I'm exhausted. I went home like around 3 o'clock last night.
Getting up in the morning, that's his bad, I don't know how to say that, but
Lazy.
He's lazy, yeah.
In spite of his late night, Hugo still gets his nieces ready, as he does every morning.
I learned things about how raising kids, how you gotta be like nice, like gentle with them and everything. It takes time and patience to raise kids.
I need a taxi to 230 Central Ave.
Since there is no car, the family commutes every day by taxi. First, they'll drop off Hugo's grandmother at her work. Then the taxi will take Hugo and his nieces to their daycare. The trip makes Hugo chronically late for school.
I want to go to college because I want to do something with my life. I don't want to be like another low life with no life, asking for quarters on the corner. Hopefully graduate from college with a basketball scholarship. That's how I want to go. And go to law school so I can become a lawyer because I love to argue and I always win. So I think I'll be good at that.
To make his dreams come true, Hugo's going to have to overcome odds that are heavily stacked against him. And he's carrying a tremendous amount of pain and loss. Hugo is raising himself in a vacuum. It's just not right to ask a boy to be a man before he's ready, without training, with no support.
Go.
And the fact is, we're raising a generation of Hugos. 40% of American boys live in homes without a biological father. America, in fact, leads the industrialized world in fatherlessness.